Good evening, peeps. Today's lesson is about vortex generators. My boot and the tea tray are basically constructed. Obviously lots of fettling to do, but they're actually basically here. My next task is to be able to get the air from here to stay attached so it comes down here smooth and linear, so this actually works. The problem you've got, if you come over here to the learning board, this is my roof line. This up here is free flowing air. And what you have here, you have a boundary layer of air that is moving slower than the free flowing air. Actually, on the roof itself, the air is stationary. It moves with the car. As you go up higher away from the car roof, the air speeds up until it gets to normal free flowing speed. That distance there in my car, according to what I've been reading, is about 20-25 mil. However, as the roof drops down, the air has struggles to stay attached. And as you can see here, it starts to slow down. And at this point, it's actually going backwards. Then you end up with what's called a separation bubble, where the air is really confused and a right mess. So it comes down here and basically does nothing in the way of improving the aero. In fact, it's worse because this becomes a low pressure area, which actually sucks the car back. So you don't want that. So you need to have some way of energizing the air through this area here. And that is done with the magic of vortex generators, which we have here. These my son made for me, having looked at lots of research papers, videos by car engineers who actually knows what he's talking about, reading all this wonderful, exciting stuff. And we come up with this design, which is about 20 mil higher. So it's just basically on the edge, which we think, of the boundary layer. And what they do, the sharp edges on these create vortices, which tumble down here. And doing so, they grab energy from the free flowing air, which increasing the energy in the air here helps it to stay attached as it comes down and along onto the tea tray and helps the car aerodynamics. I'm mumbling here. It actually increases the pressure here, so tends to push the car along rather than suck it back. The other trick here, having read quite a lot about it, is they're not all parallel to the car. The outside one is parallel, but as you move in, they start to angle. The ones in the middle are at 15 degrees. And they need to be, on my car again, general cars, about 100 mil from the point of where you think the air is going to have real trouble, which is here. 100 mil back, and they're 100 mil apart. As an aside, this area here is going to have some work done to it, and so is this here. So there are lots of manufactured vortex generators on the market. For example, one of the most popular ones is the air tab. But this suffers from the same problem that all the others do, and even the OEM ones, like on the Mitsubishi Evo, is manufacturing processes. Ease of manufacturing means that the actual vortex generator area, the edges are round, which makes them far less efficient. That's the problem with the Evo. They can't have sharp edges due to manufacturing processes and probably safety regs as well. So they're not as efficient as it could be. One way around that is to actually get hold of these and sand them flat so you've got sharp edges. Makes them far more efficient. But they're too high and they're a bit big for my car. So we've gone with these. The next thing is, do I glue them on before I spray or after I spray? Well, after some discussions with myself, I've decided I'm going to stick them on before I spray. Therefore, then I can actually feather in this edge here, make it neater and more efficient. Looking down at my notes, have I covered everything I'm talking about here? Yeah, I think so. So, I know I've been mumbling, but that's not unusual for my videos. It's all off the cuff, basically, mainly. So, with this setup, hopefully, the tea tray will actually do something other than be an ornament and extra weight. Thanks. Speak to you soon.